We made it. When I was a freshman, my sister told me that high school happens in the blink of an eye. I laughed, saying I had all the time in the world. Then I blinked. Today is the day that marks the end of our 4-year journey at Faith Baptist. This ride has shaped each of us to succeed in our futures and learn from our failures. Our futures are not a distant reality anymore. It begins here, it begins today. We began high school as children, but we're leaving here as adults. Some of us will go on to college, others will go straight into the workforce, but each of us will travel our own path. No matter where we go or what we do, there are challenges ahead of us. But I'm asking each of you and from to give rather than to take. My challenge to each of you and to myself is to do all that you can to reach your full potential. The future is truly in our hands, so let's make the most of it. Our futures, however, are almost nothing without those beside us. To our teachers, thank you for so unselfishly sharing your talent, time, and knowledge with us. Yes, we know it was your job to do it, but what you did for us went beyond the call of duty. You took the time to explain assignments, sometimes repeatedly because we weren't paying attention. You allowed us to come to your classroom after school for extra help when you could have gone home to spend time with your family. You put in the effort to make lessons more interesting so we wouldn't just tune out. You demanded excellence from us whether or not we wanted to give it. You set the bar high and challenged us to live up to it. To our parents, thank you for supporting us in more ways than it's possible to count. You dragged us out of bed each morning, made sure we were fed and clothed for school. You herded us out to the door or to the bus stop or drove us to school yourselves. You helped us with homework, paid our fees, and listened to our complaints. You commiserated over our daily dramas, but you tried to give us enough space to learn how to work things for ourselves. These are just a few of thousands of ways you've supported us in our journey. Mom and Dad, I am truly blessed that God has placed you two to be my parents. Today I am able to stand here because of God's grace in my life. I hope I'm always able to make both of you proud. Mom and Dad, this is for you.
A memorial bench dedicated to Francesca, a student who attended Faith and who went to be with the Lord while she was in 10th grade. She was an amazing and godly student. Her life example became a symbol that motivated many students in Faith to grow continually closer to God. I would now like to ask Mr. and Mrs. Rasmussen to come forward to receive our class gifts. Not only are we thankful to the school for being the place where we hold some of our most cherished memories, but we are also thankful to two specific people who have sacrificed their personal time and effort to help the senior class, Mr. Lorenz and Mrs. Lobdell. These two teachers were the sponsors of our graduating class of 2015. They have continually supported our class, even though it may have seemed disunited and separate. They always showed us their incredible amounts of patience, love, and support. All the Spirit Week preparations and fundraising was helped and greatly supported by these two teachers. Mr. Lorenz and Mrs. Lobdell always have warm smiles and kind words of encouragement whenever you cross their paths. They always ask how we are doing, and they genuinely do care about what is going on in our lives, even if it may seem menial and not worth noting to us. Saying thank you is not enough to express our gratitude toward the countless hours spent on our class activities by both Mr. Lorenz and Mrs. Lobdell. Our class would now like to thank both teachers through a class gift. Would Mr. Lorenz and Mrs. Lobdell please come forward?
Good evening. I'm honored to be graduating with the talented and unique class of 2015. I would like to start out by thanking the families and friends of the graduates who took the time to be here at this very special occasion. The parents here are the real graduates. Our parents work so hard in order to make sure that we have a good education in a good environment. We all know that we owe so much to our parents, and we thank them for the wonderful decision they made to enroll us in Faith Baptist schools. Our parents are the reason we are here today. I would also like to thank all the teachers who put in so much time and effort in order to make sure that their students get the most out of their class. All the teachers at Faith Baptist personally care about each student, and they are the reason for our success. They want to make sure we are prepared for the world. These years are a foundation on which we will build the rest of our lives. Graduation is a time of reflection, a time to look back on the successes and trials we have experienced during these amazing years. We have grown so much from running to class in 7th grade with our rolling backpacks to making life-changing decisions these past year regarding our futures. We have learned so much throughout these years about teamwork, hard work, and life in general. Faith Baptist has made us who we are today. In a way, it has become my second home. I've been here for 14 years. This school has given me my purpose in life, which is to serve and worship God. Our successes are the blessing of the Lord, and everything that is done is for His glory. As we go off into the world, we will take the lessons we learned and the Bible verses we memorized and apply them to our lives. Proverbs 21:31 says, "The horse is prepared against the day of battle, but safety is of the Lord." No matter how much training we have done here in high school, without God, we cannot succeed. I know that we will take the gospel with us and spread it wherever we go. The class of 2015 will make a difference with the gospel. We will go out into the world and be a light for our Savior. We will always remember that we live because He died for us.
The curtain rises now. and I'll find myself standing with all the hopes and promises this moment brings. And though tears have been shed, I can attest with no regret, and praise Him for the victories I am blessed. Gratefully, I thank You for the love that You have given, for each memory of everything You've done for me. Gratefully, forever won't be long enough to thank You for one moment of Your love. I will live for You gratefully, gratefully.
Good evening, teachers, parents, families, and friends. Thank you all so much for taking your time to share such a very special moment with Faith Baptist School's graduating class of 2015. We seniors have been waiting for this day to come, and we feel truly blessed what God has helped us accomplish so far in our educational career. June 11th, 2015, graduated high school. Can't wait to post that on my newsfeed later tonight. However, graduating high school is not a simple task at Faith Baptist, since this school requires hard work, determination, and perseverance to succeed. With much diversity in skills and talents found in each of my fellow graduates, we faced a consistent antagonist throughout our high school years. English. From essays to speech contests to a research paper and some more essays. We definitely did not have a break there. While raising one's grades became a rallying cry to study, the most intense, loud, and crazy rebukings would take place right before finals. With only a few bonus points given out, everything seemed to be on the line. But that's what made English a little more interesting this school year. Thank you, Ms. Kosa, for pushing us to do nothing less than our best. Dr. Masayer brought to our awareness the choices that we young adults will have to make in our nearby future. He told us to pray hard before making our college decisions so that we would be sure of what God's will is truly for our lives. Speaking of college, Mrs. Packard, thank you so much for your patience and love toward our class. I honestly do not know how I would have survived filling out those dreadful college applications without your guidance. You have been our counselor since the beginning of high school, and now we are here graduating with a special thanks to you. My principal, my speech teacher, my school mother, Mrs. Rasmussen, you have exemplified good leadership with much love for the student body. Thanks for understanding my craziness and all the stress I may have given you right before delivering this speech. God has truly blessed my life, surrounding me with positive, influential people that has helped shape the person I have become. Mom, Dad, thank you so much for your undivided support and love. Both of your selfless Christian testimonies positively impacted my life, and I would not have made it both physically and emotionally without you two. To my FICC church family, thank you guys so much for always having a helping hand despite your busy schedules. Class of 2015, it has been an honor speaking on behalf of our class tonight, and I'm blessed to have made friends with some amazing individuals here at Faith Baptist who have encouraged and accepted me into their lives. Varun, thanks for showing me how to better appreciate education and to have a passion to do anything. All of my success belongs to Jesus Christ. And to graduate together with my senior class family is definitely a blessing to remember.
Vessel, known as the BB-61 Battleship Iowa, into the Atlantic Ocean. Measuring in a length of 887 feet, the Iowa was 4 feet longer than the Titanic. The height above waterline measured 175 feet, being 24 feet taller than the Statue of Liberty from toe to torch. The overall fuel capacity of the ship was 2.4 million gallons. The electrical configuration of the Iowa consisted of 900 electrical motors, 5,300 light fixtures, and 250 miles of electrical cable. Enough power to handle a city of 20,000 people. The construction of the Iowa included 800 miles of welding, 1.135 million rivets, 80 miles of piping, and 16 miles of ventilation ducts. The height of one propeller measured 18 feet tall, and the Iowa had 4 propellers. With a capacity able to hold 2,800 people, during World War II, the Iowa was equipped with 100 tons of fresh fruits and vegetables, 84 tons of frozen food, and 650 tons of dry stores. The Iowa's weaponry consisted